Hey Cancer, all right, this is your reading, take 2. I just did a whole reading for you, but if it was supposed to go out, it could not have possibly been meant to go out to more than 1 or 2 people, I don't believe. So we're going to just try again and see what we get, because that seemed a little bit too specific for a general read, so I don't know. Anyways, my name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading for the week of June 2nd to the 5th, which is Monday through Thursday. On Wednesday, I'll be back with bonus readings to get you through your weekend. This one's for my Cancers. Cancer, Cancer. Okay, maybe I need to be more focused. Let's try this. All right, Cancer, what you got? Okay, I've got the King of Pentacles. Okay. To the Sun. To the Fool. Okay, that's your recent past or your backstory. Currently, I have you with the King of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. In the near future, I'm looking at the Hangman, the Page of Pentacles, and what? And the Four of Cups. Alrighty then. Bottom of the deck for this reading is actually the Page of Swords. Alright, so the undercurrent to this whole reading has something to do with trying to gain a sense of clarity and not understanding either what to do with it or how to get there. I'm not sure which. I feel like with the Page of Swords right here, this has something to do with a level of immaturity, and that's nothing to be ashamed of, okay? we all go through that. It's all a growing process, but there's some sort of a level of immaturity because you've never dealt with a situation quite like the one that you're currently dealing with, okay? You can't do better if you don't know better, right? So this is a situation that somehow is new to you. I don't care how old you are. This is something, and it has something to do with emotion. So you're trying to get to the bottom and navigate a situation that you've never been in one quite like that before. So there's a level of, I don't know, immaturity. Okay, to that. All right, so that's the undercurrent. The card at the center of your read, so from almost every direction it plays into the equation, is actually the Five of Cups. Five of Cups would be, it's a card that speaks of loss and regret, okay? All right, so with those two happy cards, let's see how this goes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it'll be fine, but let's start from the beginning, which is the past, and see how it plays in. Okay, so we start with the recent past. I have King of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Fool. Okay, so you're presenting here as the King of Pentacles. I mean, you are in boss energy for sure. Okay, that's like the mini emperor anyways. I mean, you're in charge of the kingdom, okay? You got that going on. It can mean that you can be awfully controlling sometimes. You have a lot of responsibility. You can be stressed out. Sometimes you can possibly think you're above it all or be kind of too rigid in your thinking, not open to compromise. But whatever. This is you, okay? In this recent past situation it was. The Sun comes through, and then I've got the Fool. The Fool here is a feminine energy, okay? It doesn't mean that that's necessarily a woman and this is necessarily a man, and just let it go how, flip it, switch it where it needs to be. Everybody has both inside of them. It's just, for right now, it looks like you're standing in your masculine, and the other person involved in your particular love situation is in their feminine, okay? And together, the two of you seem to find a real happiness, okay? With the Sun here, that's the happiest card in the deck. You guys came together, and there was happiness, okay? This is your backstory or your recent past. Normally, I tell people we can't change it if we wanted to. We don't want to change this. This looks like it was pretty good, right? I mean, the two of you came together, and there was great happiness. Awesome. I like that. That was good. Okay, let's move past that. Now we're in the current. So obviously something has transpired here, because now we have the Five of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the King of Cups. So what was once the King of Pentacles, so hugely stable, business owner, boss energy, all that, has now turned into the King of Cups. To me, the King of Cups is somebody who has the ability to cause total emotional stability or emotional chaos. It's like they're in control of that. Okay? We have that. So that person's, transformed now or whatever, from one to the other. Now I have Five of Cups underneath the Sun, so where there once was happiness, now there's loss and regret. Then I have the Fool, who I take to be the other person involved in your situation. They've gone from being the Fool to going to Seven of Swords. So they feel as though something was taken from them. That's how this feels. And I don't think it was anything tangible. I think it was like their heart was taken or something. And stomped on, possibly. So to say that there's some sort of miscommunication here and that people aren't seeing things from the same lens is an understatement. Okay, obviously something transpired and people were not on the same page. Okay, but let's keep going and see where we're going with this. Okay, in the near future, I have the Hanged One, the Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. So the other person in your situation has gone from being the Fool, so happily jumping off a cliff, trying to take a leap of faith, to feeling like something was taken from them, and now they're just totally dissatisfied with the situation as a whole. Okay, the Sun, where there once was happiness, now there's loss and regret, and then the Page of Pentacles. So there's an effort being made in the near future to rebuild the foundation to try to see if you can't save this. Okay, you've gone from the King of Pentacles to the King of Cups to the Hanged One, so you're feeling quite stuck. We have Page of Swords over here. Okay, I gotta be honest with you. It looks like somehow you've made a misstep. I don't know what you did. The thing that you're having trouble getting to the bottom of, where I had the Page of Swords in the beginning, has to do with emotions, is what I said. And that's because when whatever transpired between the two of you that caused this conflict happened, your defense mechanism was to go into like an emotional manipulation type of deal. That's what happened here, because this water's choppy. It's crazy. So instead of being the stable person that you were in the beginning when you've met this person, when things started to go wrong or something, when you lost control of the situation, you went into this emotional manipulation mode, and that didn't play out well for you. Now you're stuck. You don't know what to do. Hold on. Page of Swords, Ten of Swords, Queen of Swords. I mean, with the Ten of Swords, this person, the other person involved in your situation, is considering this a betrayal. Is it? I mean, it might be a betrayal. It's rendering them in this Queen of Swords now, so now they're coming across very cold. However, they're still here, okay? So this person has not abandoned you. They're just dissatisfied and they're very cold. That may not sound like many aces in the hole, but actually it is, because if they're still around, there's still a chance you can work on it, right? I didn't say it'd be easy, I just said there was a chance you could work on it. Let's get 3 more and then I gotta do the days of the weeks. Oh, that's the other side. Come on, Cheryl, wake up. Ah! Okay, we'll take them. What do you got here? I've got the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. So with the Seven of Wands, you're very defensive, so are they. Six of Wands, both of you are allowing what other people say and think about this situation to affect you far too much. I know that's easy to do, but it's always a problem, and it's looking like it's a big problem here. But the Seven of Pentacles, both of you are standing now next to each other, are looking at each other, trying to decide if you still want to invest in this. If you still want to invest in this, which obviously you're at least leaning towards that, or you wouldn't still both be in this. I do believe this can be saved, but it's not going to be a walk in the park, but it'll probably be worth it. Okay, that's what I see here. You have free will, but that's just what I see. Monday, what do I got? Knight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. You know, you got a heavy burden you're carrying. I don't feel like you had any ill intent when whatever happened here happened, but I don't know. That's what I feel. Knight of Pentacles, you're carrying a heavy burden and you just can't seem to lay it down. Nothing seems to be changing fast enough. Tuesday, I've got the Strength card and the Queen of Wands. You want what you want, and it looks like you're trying to strong-arm your way through to get what you want. I don't know that that's the best way to go about this, but Wednesday, I've got the Magician and the Queen of Pentacles. You're trying to manifest bringing back together what you consider to be your happy place or your home. And Thursday, I've got the King of Wands and the High Priestess. If this is all around a secret or deception, Cancer, you've got to stop doing that. And you've got to come clean about this, because you're digging a hole you're not going to be able to dig yourself out of if you don't knock it off. Okay, that's what this feels like this was about. I say that with all the love in the world. There we go. I do these things called daily energy check-ins now. You're more than welcome to stop by and check those out. I'm there every morning, both here and on the YT. And no matter what the cards say, you just go out and have the best possible day or week you can, right? That's your job. That's what I think. This can be okay if you want to put the work into it. All right.